Hello, Biafras. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We have come again with another mind-blowing information that matter to us. First, before I continue, I pray that God will make lines, good lines to fall in pleasant places for you and your family. For being patriotic Biafran, good and wonderful freedom fighter. God will bless you. Let me show you and tell you why you must continue what they are doing to support the liberation of our people. The enemy na-akwara anyị mgbọ dị egwu ka ha na-akpa. So we must not sit idle to watch them kill us. Honestly speaking, I now understand why Mazi Simon Ekpa is doing what he's doing. And please, he cannot do it alone. Before we continue, let's listen to this audio before I put the voice of our Prime Minister. Let's go there.
The gas pipeline from Nigeria to Europe is nearing completion. The critical part is to connect it to Ala Igbo, specifically Imo State, that has about the biggest gas deposits in the world. Buhari signed the gas away as collateral for loan and used the money partly to develop other parts of Nigeria and partly to fund Fulani herds to prepare them for full-scale invasion and take over of Nigeria, without investing any of the money in Igbo land where the gas is. To connect the pipeline to the primary source in Igbo land and continue to cheat them of their resource is not going to be easy. So the plan is to destabilize the region. It's been long in the making. This is an agreement with major Western powers. The first phase, flooding the region with killer herdsmen and killing young men of the region by mercenaries of one bloated militant, have had limited success. The second phase has just been tested, flooding the region with herdsmen in the guise and in the midst of IDP. Very soon, the Igbo will be painted in orchestrated write-ups all over the world as people unwelcoming to refugees and IDP. There will then be a massacre of IDP by the same planners, and it will be blamed on the Igbo, paving the way for full-scale military invasion. The refusal to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is part of it, and if he is released, he would be assassinated, either by the gun, to be blamed on rival pro-Biafran groups, or by the slow poison they have been administering on him. Both Britain and the US are part of this plan, and they are not ready to let up. It all boils down to the resource called gas. They must have it by all means, as an alternative to the Russian gas that has become a problem to them. They know that the Igbo are no pushover, hence the systematic weakening of Igbo cohesion and the grand plan. For such a plan to succeed, a high-level insider is needed. That is where a Southeast governor is playing his inglorious part. Hope Uzodimma is judicially imposed on his state, and he knows that once his term finishes, he cannot step foot into his state, even into his village where he has massacred several people. This governor is the one facilitating everything. He paved the way for Buhari to start the plan, and he has continued with the present federal government. He will be rewarded with a relocation to the UK or to any other European city of his choice. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This is the most strategic politician to come out of Nigeria. He is positioning the Yoruba. Once the war starts in the southeast, the north will depend on him and his people for the continuation of any semblance of Nigeria. The north needs an outlet to the sea. They need Nigeria, in whatever form. Whether Nigeria survives in any form or not, the Yoruba would be strengthened by taking over the spaces both in the literal and other sense vacated by the Igbo. This is what the Yoruba did in the First War. Now the stakes are higher, the price is huger, and the eyes are more opened. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is using Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to play the political chess, and all these are related. Know this as a given. Thank you for watching. Please follow us for more updates.
UK family, you are all doing well. I am really proud of you all, and I'm very, very happy with the crowd I am seeing here today. Gives me energy to even do more exploit in the coming weeks. The promise I'm promising you is that we are going to shake the world. Biafra will shake the world in 2 weeks' time. Go and mark my word. You know, there are some things that moves me. This crowd I have seen today in the United Kingdom have moved me mightily. And I will make you proud in the coming weeks. Even before we go to the Finland Convention, Biafra will be breaking ground. And I want you to understand that there are many things going on behind the scene for the recognition of Biafra as an independent state. We are fighting this war, which, by the special grace of God, has come to favor us. Because nobody in his right or her right thinking today will look at what Nigeria is doing and what is going on in Nigeria and give a supporting hand to them. So everything that's happening today is for the best interest of Biafra, for the best interest of anybody that have any ties, any business ties with Nigeria. As you can see, we are having this gathering today and our people are gathered in the church. Why other people are killing Christians in Nigeria, Biafra government are using church to show the kind of people we are. And this is something that they are struggling to take away from us. The peace, the love for one another, the value for life, the dignity that we have from our own heritage and our history. They are doing everything to take this particular peace, joy from us. And we are going to have that duty to protect it and fight for the protection of this particular opportunity God gave us and the blessing that God gave us in our land. God did not make mistake in making sure that Biafra has everything it needs to become one of the power. Believe me, I said one of the power of this world, because the opportunity will be given whenever Biafra become an independent state. Everybody will attain to its potential, will aspire to become whatever you want to be in life without any hindrances. You will compete among nations. You will aspire to become whatever you want to become, and the government of Biafra will support you. And only that will make this world a better place, where you have more people, especially from Africa, to also be on that particular stage with the West. Biafra will be the beginning of the civilization in Africa, even though in the ages they claim that Africa have had civilization. We have had civilization, but there is no proof to it. Today, everything has disappeared because of the bad leadership, because of the Islamic fundamentalism, because of those who never cared about the development and the future of their own children and citizens. Rather, they are more interested in conquest. They are more interested in jihadist movement. They are more interested in recruiting so-called repentant Boko Haram and terrorists into their military and police to continue to further their subjugation and conquest of the land. Biafra has come to end it. It is going to be like child play. It is going to be like a joke. But this joke we are going to make to become a reality. The joke that we started since 2022, when we were dancing on social media, is no longer that joke they used to see. The joke and the small nuisance they call us on social media in 2022, here, after 2 years, is no longer 2022 nuisance on social media. A lot of resources, a lot of time, a lot of sacrifice has made it possible that people in Biafra land today are bragging that nobody can come there and attack and go free. And we are just starting. We have invested in defense of Biafra and we continue to invest. And I want every one of you to understand that when we are being faced with threat of extinction, it requires a lot of resources to make the enemy to understand that you can't come in and kill and go. And that particular message, I believe today, is very, very clear to the enemy that Biafra land is a no-go area. And that's why we are doing many things we are doing which a lot of people will never understand. It is also the same way when every nation are displaying their military might, their military capability, their defense capability, is sending message to the enemy that you cannot try us and we will deal with you. So even though we don't have aircraft, we don't have fighter jet, we don't have military tanks and all that, we have ground forces bigger than Nigeria. We also have men who are more brave, more trained, even more experienced than those Nigeria terrorist army. And I don't need to be saying it because the result is there. So, we are also sending messages to those who have been attacking other indigenous people in Nigeria, killing them in masses. 2 days ago, we were watching how they were running from Plateau State, from the community that hosts one of the university there, and people were massacred. And everybody was watching, and what they do, and they have been doing for ages, is to video and be shouting and posting on social media. There is no help. Nobody comes to defend them. And don't forget that we, the Biafra people, were once there. We were once in their shoe. We were once seeing us being massacred, and we make videos and share. We were once being chased away from our own community and our own villages, only for us to share the video. We were once even advocating for people to always video and speak English, so that when we post it out there on social media, the world will know what is going on. We have advocated for that when we were like them. But today, we are no longer doing that. Today, when the criminals and the terrorists come to kill, we have what it takes to defend ourselves. And if they succeed in inflicting any pain to us, we are also in the position to share or not to share, because the capability to defend our land is there. And to those who have sabotaged the Biafra Defense Forces in their different villages, most of them have also paid the price of the sabotage, because when the enemy come, before we will go there, they may have inflicted a number of degrees of damages in their community. And so many of them have repented and have realized their mistake.
All right, thank you very much, Prime Minister. Dear friends, you can see why we are fighting like wounded lion, why we are not relenting, why we are not confused. You can see. Oh my goodness. There are a lot of things you need to know about the underground fight that is going on, and so many things they've signed against us. So please, we should not fold our arms and wait until they come. The earlier we support massively and come out massively to denounce Nigeria, the better for us. Thank you very much once again for your time. God bless you all.